Yes. Here goes another backstory.
That blasted Jane. How dare she betray my trust when I intended to give her the entire world? The nerve of these humans, such ingrates. If it's not enough, it's too much. Nothing seems to ever satisfy those creatures. I need a partner who's obedient, gives loyalty, and demands very little to nothing in return. I suppose it's time to summon my very own personal companion. From this day onward, I'll have my very own second in command to call my own.
A few incantations later.
O spirits of the great beyond, hear my command. Send me the most loyal of your servants to become my second in command of my undead army. I'm not feeling good. Next.
Greetings, Master. I'll be the most loyal partner you could ever ask for. We'd have so much fun crushing tiny little heads together.
Yikes. Creepiest partner's more like it. Next.
Greetings, Lord of the Undead. My name is Anastasia of the Northern Heights Dark Elf Tribe. I look forward to serving you.
My word.
I'm sorry. Is there something wrong?
You bet there's something wrong. How dare the spirits hold out and present to me their most gorgeous servant they had at their disposal? Tell me, are you familiar with the name Rasputin that was perhaps mentioned among your fellow tribesmen?
It sounds very familiar, now that you mentioned it. Rasputin is the name of a very powerful, black monk that was once exiled from the Northern Heights region after conspiring with Lilith, the Queen of Shadows. But, Rasputin is more than likely an urban legend in this modern world. Why do you ask?
Oh, he's real, all right. In fact, I'm Rasputin's modern incarnation in the form of Anti-Spur. Clever anagram, I know. I've chosen you because you're exactly like the Dark Elves I worked with eons ago. Seeing you is like a glimpse of perfect nostalgia. A beautiful, breathtaking example of no place being like home.
Why, thank you.
However, your beauty is a gift that only my eyes should ever see. It almost rivals the nocturnal beauty of Lilith herself. So to prevent unwanted attention, I'm going to have to give you both an unassuming name and appearance when you go out in public. I'll reform you into my zombie girl assistant, Nancy.
If that is your will, then it shall be done.
Well, how do I look?
Perfectly grotesque, just the way I like it.
It's pretty tragic in hindsight. Anastasia gave her all to a man that couldn't even fulfill a single promise to her when everything was all said and done. And I guess that's probably the reason why Julia was so defensive and protective over her, her potential sister/creator, doppelganger. The two were as close as physically possible.
I can't believe it. My giant ice wolf was supposed to have destroyed you both. How were you able to defeat it?
Yes, it was overwhelming for a moment. But it wasn't anything I haven't faced before.
Julia, was it? You said that you were the mirror doppelganger of the hero slayer, Anastasia, correct? I'm curious. What's your true motivation for wanting to seek vengeance against both Velda and myself?
Don't pretend like you don't know. You took away the only happiness Anastasia ever wanted. She was supposed to be Anti-Spur's first choice to rule beside him in the new kingdom he was preparing in Esteban. But your mysterious charm seduced him, causing Anti-Spur to betray Anastasia and blamed you both for their demise.
Goodness. That's top-quality gaslighting, if I ever heard of it. Julia, you're beyond misled. Believe me when I say that I had absolutely no interest in Anti-Spur, let alone being his queen. That guy was both undead and a power-mad lunatic incapable of loving anyone other than himself.
What?
Yes, he proposed to me, but it was an unholy matrimony. He never loved anyone. He just saw me as the perfect vessel to reincarnate Lilith's spirit into. He didn't love me, just my body.
Wait. That can't be true. In her final moments, Anastasia blamed you for taking away her future with Anti-Spur and Velda for taking away her life. She was the victim here.
You're right. Anastasia was the victim, but at the hands of Anti-Spur's deceit and manipulation. By the time we faced her, Anastasia was already reduced to a mindless doll that operated on instinct, thanks to Anti-Spur stripping away her sentience.
It wasn't a pretty sight to see. Compared to the other hero slayers like Klaus, Noel or even John Doe, Anastasia was the only one who didn't deserve to be fought against. She was only dragged into the Esteban invasion solely because it was what Anti-Spur desired. Anastasia's core purpose was to fulfill her master's desires, which was pretty tragic considering she gave her all to a man who couldn't even fulfill a single promise to her. But, you're different, Julia. You don't have to walk the same path to ruin like Anastasia, Anti-Spur or the other hero slayers. You're your own person now. You can be you without trying to complete what Anastasia left unfinished.
Besides, even if you successfully avenge Anastasia by destroying us, what will you have left? Both Anti-Spur and Anastasia are gone and they are never coming back. You're only responsible for your own life and choices, so choose wisely.
Wait. I don't understand. How did I end up here? Aren't you Santa Claus? Then, that means…
Yes, Julia. Your partner, General Vic, has fallen. But, it wasn't by my hands. Your superior, Khalid Mubarak, is who silenced him.
No, it can't be. Why would our leader, the Lord of Dragons, take out of his own comrades? It just doesn't make any sense.
My sentiments exactly. Betrayal from the same is always atrocious. Khalid stated that General Vic's core mission for arriving here was to use his powers as a decoy to get me to use my powers to prevent their main invasion into the United Regions of Zestria. I'm of the persuasion that you're completely unaware of this matter.
Yes, I am. So, both Vec and myself were nothing more than time-wasting pawns in the Mubarak's schemes. For some reason, I'm not very surprised. True connections within the Mubarak are exceptionally rare, with most being transactional. Vec and Anastasia were the only ones I were ever close to. But, I don't understand. Why summon me?
Simple. I'm here to offer you a choice. I've been made keenly aware of your unsavory origins, Julia, and I want to offer you a chance to rehabilitate yourself. Please, work with us here in the North Pole. Here, you'll be warmly welcomed as a cherished member of our ever-growing elven family. You'll never be seen as tool ever again. Instead, you'll be a part of a joyous family whose primary goal is to bring smiles to children just in time for the most wonderful time of the year.
Wait. You literally do that for me, even after all the things I've done?
Well, I can't really think of anything you did wrong. After all, didn't you officially sign up for the tournament and win your matches, fair and square? However, you did illegally enter the arena and attack both Velda and Violet while they were still clearing their match. So, we're obviously going to have to disqualify you that.
Yeah, that's fair, I suppose.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We now have our clear winner. Cherry, if you could do the honors.
Of course. And the winner of this year's tournament is Violet Azora.
That's right. Violet Azora is the winner of this year's tournament. Congratulations.
I guess part of the tournament's victory included the chance for the winning team to have a kids promotional show named after them. It's actually quite interesting. Observe.
My name is Violet Azora. Hi! My name is Fidelia! Yo, the name CC.
My name is Velda. Going to what you have from here. I am Anastasia, the Great. I am Julia, the Powerful.
Yes. Talk about promotional advertising. That's a show that I'd love to see.
I admit, the show's premise is quite entertaining. I'd love to see how the story plays out.
Yes, this is incredible. Lady Velda and the rest of her new friends are going to be famous characters in a popular kids show. The hype is almost palpable. Swigs of eggnog are available in the kitchen, everyone.
Awesome. I love a tall glass of eggnog after an amazing victory in the tournament. But, it's too bad Lady Violet and the rest of her team had to hurry back and return to Esteban after securing an alliance with Santa Claus. I wish they could have at least stayed for a cup of eggnog. Still, I can't help but wonder what news did Santa tell Violet for both her and her party to up and leave as soon as possible.
Well, I certainly couldn't tell you. But, you know how princesses and their royal duties operate. They always have to be at the forefront of diplomatic affairs. I guess being a royal is about far more than just the glitz and glam.
Alright. Who's ready to party, everyone?
Meanwhile, in Almagist.
Good evening, Prince Azazel. It's not very often that you summon us topside from your moonlit mantras. Tell me, what's the special occasion?
Why, it's quite the special occasion, indeed. I've successfully completed the rite needed to materialize Lilith into our physical realm. With enough sacrifices, Lilith's physical existence would be a permanent addition to not just Almagist, but the entire world itself.
Unbelievable. How is this even possible? Didn't Lilith disappear shortly after she fragmented each of her powers unto us overlords?
That's true, but every century or so, the planets align in order for a rare, cosmic phenomenon that allows ancient, supernatural forces to pour into the physical realm effortlessly without the usual, cosmic stipulations in play. The ritual was done specifically for such a time as this. Observe.
Good evening, Khalid, my dear. It's been eons since we last saw each other. You've grown into every bit of the powerful Dragon King I imagined you to be. Simply magnificent.
Wait, Lilith, is that really you? Why do you look so different than you were before? If I didn't know any better, I'd say you look like
Lita. Of course I would. I absorbed her back into myself, after all. I also inherited all of Lita's memories, more specifically, how much she loved you as a young dragon whelp. And believe it or not, I feel the same way too.
My word. It really is you. You're the family I thought I lost so long ago, and now, you're finally here.
Dry your eyes, little one. I've finally returned, and this time I'm here to stay. First, let me personally apologize for ever believing humanity would accept outlanders like us into their world. Or should I say, we offered them peace and unity, but in exchange they gave us war and genocide. Believe me, Khalid, when I tell you that I'll never make that same mistake again. You've spent centuries recreating and rebuilding your draconian army to invade the united regions of Zestria. You have my personal decree to take back every inch of land those crusader filth stole from both you and your people.
Thank you, Lilith. With your personal consent, I know our side will be victorious.
Why, of course. The Draconians are my chosen protectors. You're the living antithesis to everything the Crusaders Elpis handpicked. But, you're so much better. Now, go and be victorious, my hero, my king.